Listen, I know people tell you to be positive all the time, but how about being negative? What's so bad about that? Maybe the reason to people being so arrogant, ignorant, maybe because they haven't experienced what the negative side of life is. And that's why I've came with this idea of experiencing the negative side of life through your mind. What if you wake up rather than actually speaking about the positive? Oh, I have this positive. How about where you place yourself in negative situations, like maybe you don't have food today. Maybe you don't have your limbs. Maybe you're not smart. Maybe you're able to not get as much opportunities. That makes you think of all the possibilities that could have happened if you were in that situation. It makes you more vulnerable. It makes you think about the whole of humanity, not by yourself. And when you think about every other person, you realize the decisions, the hard decisions that you have to make if you are in that position. And you realize how extremely grateful you should be because of the things that you should have. Maybe you're complaining about not having as many things, but in fact, maybe you have everything that you need in life. It's all about maybe viewing yourself in a negative position. Maybe you will be grateful now because there are so many people on this earth. They wake up, they complain because maybe they had to go to their 9 to 5, maybe because they have to build something so great that the pressure maybe crumbles them, maybe because they're concerned about school. It doesn't matter. Maybe you wake up that day and you say, how about if I didn't have this opportunity? How about if I wasn't able to pursue such a thing, like if I don't have work? How about if I can't earn money? How about if I don't have the limbs to do the work? What would you think then? You realize how much you had. You realize how much other people who don't have this have to go through so much to be where you at. So thinking the negative of life may be the thing that will help you. Not all positive. Sometimes you can be positive, of course, but maybe imagine yourself in situations that you never ever thought of you being in there. Maybe it gives you more perspective to life. Maybe it gives you better planning. Maybe you think of, how about if this goes wrong later on when I grow up? How about I planned this, maybe it didn't want to go this way. God willed it not to go that way. Your mind starts thinking in so many ways, different ways to solve different problems. Maybe if I go through this, I could do this. That's the mindset that maybe you should have in life. Maybe people just follow what they heard from another person. Maybe they heard it from Google or another person saying it. Like, that's not how we should sometimes think. We shouldn't follow every other person because they follow the same thing, right? Maybe you have to change what you think. Maybe I figured out something new. Let me know what you think about this. Let's go. Subscribe.